What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today, hey, we've got the man Cricket Raz once again, the absolute legend. He's got a new episode. We've got why the man Jasper Bumrah's captaincy matters. Statistical and historical analysts, I always get that word wrong, of one of the oldest cricket belief. Now, I don't know if this is talking about, bowlers being captains, because we remember, like, even still to this day, a new captain of any test team being a bowler, they still get criticised. I mean, Pat Cummins is one of the best captains we've had in a long time, and he still gets criticised by Australian fans. So sometimes you just can't win. But hey, let's jump into it. If you guys are new, subscribe.
Year after his test debut, Bumrah would rip through the entire Australian batting
Okay, look, did we need to bring this up? No, we didn't.
lineup in the Boxing Day test.
No, we didn't need to bring this up. Come on.
You are brilliant.
And on receiving the Man of the Match awards afterwards, he would say, "The start has been good, and hopefully I will keep on getting better."
That's facts.
Today, 4 years down the line, he was named the captain of the Indian team. Now yes, we lost the match. It wasn't the outcome that we wanted. But in all of this, what is flying under the radar is that Bumrah becoming the captain marks an important historical and strategic shift in the course of Indian cricket and hopefully world cricket too. Today, I'm gonna break down that shift.
Alright.
Bowlers don't become captains.
Here we go. So this is what we were talking about. People say that bowlers can't be captains. Yes, they can, clearly.
It's one of those unspoken rules in cricket. Bowlers just don't become captains.
Oh, nice catch.
In fact, just to show you how true this statement is, I went through the test captains of all the 8 test playing countries, starting from 1975, and divided them according to their rules. In total, 167 captains have taken the mantle for their respective countries. And from
Hey,
them,
I reckon Australia might have had the most captains as bowlers.
14 were bowlers. 14.
14?
Then to
That is
further
not many.
check whether this pattern has changed in the past few years, I divided the captains according to their years. And the answer? Nope. Things are changing for all-rounders though. Before 1995, there were only 10 all-rounder captains, a number that has jumped to 25 after 1995, whereas bowlers, 7 before and 7 after. Now it would be fine if the status quo was being maintained, but if we changed these numbers into percentage, the picture gets even bleak. Out of the total 58 captains before 1995, 41 were batsmen. That's a percentage of 70, meaning 70% of
Right,
all
no,
the
I'm
captains.
sorry. That has got to be, what's the word? Not the word misogynist, like, not the word sexist, but in cricket terms, like cricketist. Come on, have we got something against bowlers? Why can't bowlers be captains?
Were batsmen. This number post 1995, 70%. However, all-rounders jumped from 17% to 23%, whereas bowlers went from 12% to 6.4%.
Damn, that is rough.
old belief regarding bowlers seemed to have gotten more entrenched with time, but with a new, updated reasoning behind it. This belief regarding bowlers stems originally from the class divide between players and gentlemen. Gentlemen were amateurs who used to play as a hobby and did not get a payment for playing, whereas the professionals or players were those who required payment for their time. They used to make a living from the sport. Generally speaking, players were bowlers and hailed from a lower class, while the gentlemen were batsmen of an educated middle or upper class. Difference in class. It made
Yo,
sure
is this recorded in 1412? I can barely see what's going on. Hold on. I want to watch this clip back. Let's see. Does anyone notice anyone? Maybe that's Don Bradman? Who knows?
difference in class. It made
Ew,
sure
that's a
that
throw!
no bowler would ever preside over a team of upper class batsmen.
That was a
In
throw.
fact, England would go on to have 45 different captains before getting a player as a captain, all the way in 1952. Len Hutton, who also happened to be a batsman. But that was in the past. Now though, the reasoning seemed to have shifted a bit. They go from something as simple as bowlers are plagued with injuries, hence they can't be relied on in the long run, to them having simply too much on their plate. If they have to manage captaincy while expending every last bit of energy while trying to get the batsman out, it gets too much now, doesn't it? Then we also have the spiteful ones saying that ballers lack the self-control to not overuse themselves.
Yeah. That
once
is
they
true.
become
That
the
can be
captain.
true.
To even ballers having to stand near the boundary and hence not being close enough to the opposing batsman to set the field up properly,
Yeah.
to effectively marshal the troops. The reasonings are as colourful and varied as you can imagine, and some of them hold water too. But all of them together have made sure that while all-rounders are getting an increasing share in captaincy, ballers seem to have been completely written off of the leadership mandate. At least they were, till Pat Cummins became the captain.
Yeah! Woo! Here we go. I was waiting for the man Patrick Sir Cummins to get his name brought up. Inspirational, motivational, inspired. No, I've already said that. Let's get going.
First fast bowler to get captaincy in Australia's 144-year-old cricketing tradition. Yes, in a country filled with legendary pace bowlers, no fast bowler was ever deemed to be good enough to become the captain.
Yeah,
But
and look, you know what? I agree with it, because if we had made someone like Shane Warne, captain for, well, actually no, he was captain. If we had made someone like Glenn McGrath captain, like as good as Glenn McGrath was, he would have bowled himself 80 overs in a day. Like that is no joke. Like people don't realise how selfish cricket used to be at sometimes. Like, yeah, it was about nothing but winning and just sinking beers with your mates, and especially in Australia. But I'd tell you what, I've watched a lot of interviews from ex-cricketers and who were bowlers, who would say, yeah, I was pretty selfish. If I was captain, I would have bowled myself every over I could, which makes you think, thank goodness we didn't get some fast bowlers as captain. Imagine if Stuart Broad was captain of England. He would have bowled 95 overs in a day and taken one wicket. Like, thank goodness for England fans.
Cummins was selected to lead Australia into the Ashes. That too because Tim Payne suddenly resigned. Just
Hey, whoa. Hashtag bring back Tim Payne. We like Tim Payne
20
still.
days away from the Ashes. In the very first test match as a captain, he took 7 wickets.
Yeah.
And then, despite missing one test due to COVID, he went on to become the leading wicket taker in Ashes for the 3rd year in a row. Australia won that series 4-0 within a year of the humiliating 2-1 loss to India. This was followed
Bro,
by
really, Cricket Raz, you just keep bringing this Gabba win up. Please, leave it in the past. Please, leave it in the past. You uplift Australia by saying that we won the Ashes 4-0. Pat Cummins took 7 for. And then you have to bring up the Gabba again. Come on, we have to move on from this. Please.
another series victory in Pakistan, and together, somehow, this seems to have shifted the narrative around bowlers, the direct beneficiary of which happens to be Bumrah. Somebody who has not captained a Ranji side, forget about Ranji side, somebody who has not even captained a club side before, first got elevated to the vice captaincy post in February, and now to the captaincy. Now I do hear the backlash that he has been receiving due to the loss. But here is the thing, the reason why he had been elevated, though it may have been helped along by Pat Cummins, was mainly due to his consistency.
Exactly.
Bowling at an average of 90 km per hour, going all the way up to 140 km when required. He has held true to his belief of needing to improve. So strong is this motivation of his that he even discusses his bowling with the pitch staff in foreign countries. Short run, unorthodox action, fast pace, and the ability to hit the block hole. Together, he has been the workhorse behind the Indian success. And this ascension is that consistency being rewarded. Now, India has never shied away from giving bowlers captaincy. Post 1975, we have the highest numbers of bowlers as captains. In fact, if we expand the search a bit, then we had our first bowling captain all the way back in 1950s, when Ghulam Ahmed got the cap in 1956.
Yay!
But here is the thing. What makes Bumrah special is
that was a
that
good ball.
all of the bowling captains before him were spinners. Somehow, in the last 13 years, we have gone from living and dying by spin to having a pace lineup that can challenge any country for pace supremacy. But unlike in the past, this is not one or two bowlers here and there. We seem to have developed a system for constantly unearthing new bowling talents that continually feeds to the national team. The greatest proof of which was the 2020 Border Gavaskar Trophy. Bumrah's ascension, in spite of being temporary and injury-driven, it is in recognition of this fact. Pace in India is not a novelty anymore. It is the norm.
Hey, and now that is another thing. That kind of makes sense to why India maybe won't make someone like Bumrah, full-time captain of like a test team, is because he doesn't play a lot of cricket on home soil, because obviously Indian conditions, especially in test cricket, are normally favoured to a spinner or someone who's going to bowl something a bit slower and get a bit of movement on it. When Bumrah, he is someone who can get movement in England and in swinging conditions, but he's just going to bowl quick, fast, precision, consistent line and length every single delivery. That's how he gets you out. So, I can understand a little bit why. A little bit from India's perspective.
And Bumrah has been the spearhead of the shift ever since his debut in 2018. And still having a captaincy style that's more resembling of a monk when compared to Virat Kohli. So,
Very
here's where I
different.
end the video. By just repeating the words Coach Rahul Dravid has said when he was asked about Bumrah's captaincy. I think he is a very thoughtful individual. He understands the game very well and commands respect from the team. I have told him that we need him as a bowler. Captaincy is something that you will get better at
Okay.
as you do it more.
Okay.
I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have.
Hey, I did enjoy the video, Mr. Cricket Raz. Go show the man some love. Go subscribe to him. Go leave a like on all his videos. We've got aggressive. Discrediting Bumrah by comparing him to Kohli is the most idiotic thing I have seen. One is fire, the other is ice. Now, that is completely true. I assume Virat is the fire and Bumrah is the ice. I think. I would assume that's how it is. But hey, shout out to the man Bumrah. Shout out to the man Cricket Raz. Are we going to see Bumrah ever be a full-time captain? Maybe of the Mumbai Indians. I think he's a big chance after Rohit Sharma. Can we see him being captain on an international team though? I just don't know, because he's such a good bowler. And coming back to what we spoke about at the start of the video, he is someone that just has to focus on his bowling because he's the best bowler in the world. So you want someone like him to focus on nothing but his bowling. But then you see someone like Pat Cummins, who people would also say is the best bowler in the world. And he's able to captain and lead a team to a 4-0 Ashes series win. With all due respect, England were pretty shit, but still, we still won. So, I think it can happen. I think more fast bowlers should be given captaincies. I think of someone like... Well, you think of South Africa. Jack Callis was an all-rounder, but they gave him captaincy. There's plenty of countries that have given great bowlers captaincies. And I think it's time we start seeing a few more, because why not? I'd happily see someone like Bumrah be the next captain of India in Test cricket. I'd happily see him be the next, Shaheen Afridi be the next captain of Pakistan. Bowlers, they make up a team. So hey, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts. Can Bumrah be the next captain? Let me know. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see everyone in the next one.